And welcome into the pregame show. And as always, we scout the opposition, and we have none other. I call him, he is the voice of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, also the voice of the Alcorn State Braves, Charles Edmonds. Welcome in to the pregame show.
Man, I am honored, and it is a pleasure. I've seen the pregame show on all these different platforms, and to be a part of this, I feel pretty good. I appreciate it.
No doubt about it, Charles, man. I always appreciate you, man. You're a mentor of mine, definitely with regards to play-by-play, and it's an honor to have you on.
No problem. I remember you calling me maybe a couple of years ago. You get ready to jump into this thing, like what I need to do, who do I need to talk to, what equipment I need to get. And so, hey, did I know 2 or 3 years later you'd be off and running doing this? Yeah, I did.
Off and running. Well, it's Jackson State Alcorn. It's the Soul Bowl. Nothing else needs to be said. It is one of the most intense rivalries in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. When you take a look at it from your perspective, Alcorn, they're still right in the fight to try to get to the SWAC championship. What do they need to do this weekend to get the W against Jackson State?
Man, it's gonna be a challenge. I mean, clearly, when you look at your team, you look at Jackson State. I mean, it starts and stops with that freshman quarterback and Shedeur Sanders and what he's been able to do. I mean, in my opinion, Charles Bishop, when I look at him and I look at Jackson State, they're actually a year ahead of schedule as far as I'm concerned. I mean, what I expected to see this year, I was expecting to see it next year. I mean, because with freshman quarterbacks, it's always a back and forth. I mean, with a freshman, you never know what you're going to get. You could get something. You could get something great. You could get something the other way. And so it's just one of those deals where you just don't know what to expect. But he's been something special. He's carried that team, and he played like a veteran down the stretch last week, down 10, making a big play. And I think one of the keys is going to be our front line being able to get home, because we're going to blitz. We're going to try to get to him. We're going to try to get to rattle him. And if we don't get home, he's going to make plays with his feet. And we saw it with his arm last week and making the big throw down the stretch when it counted. So even though he's a freshman, he's not playing like one.
You mentioned the defensive side of the ball for Alcorn. Juwan Taylor, he has had a huge season this past season for the Braves.
He has. I mean, he's a kid from right here in Jackson. Very humble kid. He came up with a big pick against Grambling to seal it. He's all over the football as a ball hawk. He's got to be able to make some plays and wreak some havoc if we're going to have a chance. We've been banged up on that side of the ball, on the secondary, on the back end. Our front line has been banged up, but Fred McNair makes no excuses about it. We're going to get probably another starter back today, so we'll have 3 of our 4 starters probably back today for this game, in which at one point we had most of our defensive line wiped out due to injury. So we're trying to piece this thing together, still in it, and we got to find a way to make it happen.
Sure thing. Of course, the Jackson State defense is going to have to be ready for this bevy of playmakers for Alcorn. When you're talking about Felix Harper, Stafford Anderson, Nico Duffy, he's closing in on 1,000 yards, and of course, LaCharles Pringle is all over the place.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's going to be my pregame show guest. I mean, he's a humble kid from down the coast. What a lot of people don't know is Charles Pringle's a pretty good bowler. I mean, he loves to bowl. I can bowl. He says he's got 205 average. I mean, that's big time stuff. And what he says he does, he looks at bowling matches as kind of a motivational thing to get him fired up before every game. And so that's one of the interesting nuggets about him. Very quiet kid. And he admits that he didn't have the greatest of the year this year. The defense has been kind of collapsing on him a little bit. But for him to admit that, I think is quite humbling, and it's kind of refreshing. But, we're going to have to get the ball to him, Juan Anthony, a couple of playmakers, Bowler. We're going to have to make some plays to stretch this Jackson State defense.
Sure thing. There you have it. The Alcorn State Braves. It is the Soul Bowl, Capital City Classic, whatever you want to call it. But it is one of the best rivalries in all of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. It's going to be fun. Looking forward to seeing you, Charles, Saturday.
Appreciate it, man. It should be fun, man. It's going to be a packed house. I'm excited. I'm ready.
Yes, indeed. Looking forward to it. Well, that's what we have for the pregame show, and we'll see you on the other side. Okay. That was quick and easy.